Hello students. In previous lectures we have discussed about the application of a plant breeding. In this lecture also we will discuss more about the application of a plant breeding in the improved food quality, and also we will discuss about the single cell protein, and that is called SCP. So first of all, let me discuss about the application of plant breeding for improved food quality, and also we will discuss why it is so important. Okay, so here it is written more than 840 million people. Okay, means 840 million people in this world do not have adequate food, the basic requirement for living organism. Okay, to meet their daily food and nutritional requirement. And you can understand, if people don't get sufficient amount of food or a nutrition, their growth may be underdeveloped. Okay, and a far greater number, 3 billion people, suffer from micronutrient, protein, and vitamin deficiency. Okay, or a hidden hunger. Okay, this is all the very big problems in our world because they cannot afford to buy enough fruits, vegetables, legumes, fish, or a meat. So this is a very big issue in all the peoples, between all the peoples, and we are nowadays using this plant breeding application, plant breeding technique for overcoming these issues. Diets lacking essential micronutrient, especially we can say about iron. Okay, iron is very important to build the hemoglobin in our body, and you know very well hemoglobin is very important component of our body, which will have a very important function as a gaseous exchange, means oxygen and CO2 exchange. So if a person having iron deficiency, then their hemoglobin level will be decreased. Okay, so it is very harmful. Vitamin A deficiency, then iodine and zinc, these all are very important micronutrient, or we can say essential micronutrient. Okay, increase the risk of disease, and if these such very important diet components are lacking in the diet, then it will increase the risk of disease. Okay, even reduce lifespan and reduce the mental ability. Not only the physical ability but mental ability is also affected if diet having a lack of these nutrients. For overcoming the issues, whatever is related to the requirement of a food or a nutrition, we can overcome such a requirement by using some techniques. Okay, one of this technique is a biofortification. So now let me discuss what is a biofortification. Biofortification is the breeding crop with a high level of vitamin. Okay, normally it is not found, but here if you do the biofortification, then some breeding crops will have higher level of vitamins and minerals. Okay, or a higher protein and healthier fats is the most practical mean to improve public health, and by this way we can improve the health of a public. Breeding for improved nutritional quality is undertaken with the objective of improving. Means here you can see some objectives are written. Okay, why we are doing such kind of a biofortification in the crops. So reason behind that, we want to improve a quality of a protein content. Okay, so one major objective of a biofortification is a protein content and its quality. Okay, so by doing biofortification for any crop, we can increase the quality and quantity, or we can say protein content or a quality of the protein inside that particular crop. Second very important aspect is the oil content and the quality. We can increase the oil quality and content. Even we can increase the vitamin content in the diet, then micronutrients and mineral content in the diet. So these all are the objective behind the biofortification. Now let me discuss biofortification with some examples. First example of a biofortified crop is a maize hybrid, which is developed in 2000, and that have twice the amount of the amino acids. Is if a general or a normal maize have a, whatever the amount of amino acid present in it, or lysine or tryptophan. Here in these hybrid you can see a twice the amount than the normal. Okay, is compared to existing maize hybrid, and it is developed, and this is the biofortified maize. Okay, second is the wheat variety, and that is called Atlas 66. Okay, these variety is biofortified variety of a wheat having a high protein content, okay, rich with the nutrient and high protein content, has been used as a donor for improving cultivated wheat. This is the second example. And third example is of rice. Okay, so here you can see it has been possible to develop an iron fortified rice, means rice with the high component of the iron. Okay, that why it is called iron fortified rice variety, containing over 5 times. Okay, here it is written over a 5 times as much as iron as in the commonly consumed variety, means as compared to normal rice, it having a 5 times more iron. One respected institute which is dealing with the biofortification and related research in our India is at the New Delhi. Okay, and it is the Indian Agricultural Research Institute. Okay, and you should also remember the full form of IARI. Let me repeat, it is Indian Agricultural Research Institute and dealing with the agricultural related development and the researches. Okay, and has also released several vegetable crops that are rich in vitamins and minerals. Some examples are given here. You can see they have already developed a vitamin A and rich carrots. Okay, normal carrots have the lesser amount of vitamin A, whereas these vitamin A and rich carrot is developed by IARI. Okay, then they have also developed a vitamin A and rich spinach. Okay, pumpkin. Okay, this is the variety of a vegetable which is rich in the vitamin A rich we can say. Then vitamin C and rich bitter gourd. Then bathua. Here you can see this is the bathua. Okay, it is a variety which is developed. Okay, which is rich in the vitamin C. Then mustard, tomato. Okay, these all type of varieties developed by IARI. Then iron and calcium and rich spinach is also developed. Bathua is also developed. Okay, and then protein and rich beans are also developed, and that is beans that is called broad beans. Okay, this is the broad beans which is developed by the IARI. Then lub, this is the lub you can see here. Okay, and French and garden peas. So these all are the varieties which is developed already by IARI, which is situated in New Delhi. Next important application is the single cell protein. So let me discuss about the single cell protein, that is also called SCP. Conventional agricultural production of cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, these are conventional agricultural crops. Okay, may not be able to meet the demand of food. As you know very well, nowadays population is growing and growing very fast. Okay, so these all cannot meet the demand of the food at the rate at which human and animal population is increasing. From grain to meat diets also create more demand for cereals. Okay, because if animal want to develop a 1 kilogram of meat, then they will consume 3 to 10 kilogram of grain. Okay, so by this way 1 kg of meat will require 3 to 10 kg of grain, and that's why it will create demand for cereals also. More than 25% of a human population is suffering from hunger in all over the world and the malnutrition. Okay, because they don't get sufficient amount of nutrition, and that's why they are suffering from hunger and malnutrition, and it is due to poverty. One of the alternate sources of protein for animal and human consumption or a nutrition is a single cell protein. So now let me try to understand why this is called single cell protein, because here fungi, yeast, alga, bacteria, all such a kind of a microorganisms are used as a protein sources, okay, or a food, and that's why it is considered as a single cell protein, because here protein is extracted, or we can get the protein from microorganisms like fungi, yeast, alga and bacteria, and that's why it is considered as a single cell protein. Now let me go through one process by using which most of the single cell proteins are obtained. So first of all, substrate are taken or selected, then it is produced by using micros, means a fermenter. Inside the fermenter is the chamber, one vessel in which a single cell protein producing microorganism will be grown, okay, with the help of nutrient supplements. Then after the growth or culture of a single cell protein producing organism, then filtration and purification done. Then after the filtration and purification fermentation, drying of such an organism will done, and then after a packaging of a single cell protein will be done. Now let me go through some examples of a single cell proteins. So microbes are being grown. Means microbes means which type of organism? Which are very small creatures like fungus, alga, bacteria, yeast, like that. Okay, so these all microbes may be grown on an industrial scale as a source of a good protein. Okay, and that's why it is considered as a single cell protein. Microbes like a spirulina, this spirulina is a one type of alga, and that can be grown easily on a material like wastewater, okay, from potato processing plant, which is very highly rich in the starch content, then straw, molasses, animal manure, okay, even they can grow in the sewage also to produce large quantity and can serve as a food rich in the proteins, minerals, fat and carbohydrate, and also in the vitamins. So this is very important because here from the waste we are producing the best. Okay, so spirulina does not require some specific kind of a nutritional. They can grow even with the wastewater. Okay, waste materials you can see even in the sewage. Okay, and by this way we get the food rich in protein, mineral, fats and carbohydrate, even in the vitamins. Incidentally, such a utilization, if we use such a waste materials, then such a utilization also reduce environmental pollution. So by this way we can get both the benefit. We can reduce the environmental pollution also, and also we are getting the food which is rich in the protein, mineral, fats and all the nutrients. Okay, here you can see the spirulina structure. Okay, and nowadays due to advancement, the spirulina may be obtained. Okay, it will be grown in the industrial scale, and even different kind of tablets, capsules, drinks. Okay, in so many type of variety they are available in the market. It has been calculated that a 250 kilogram, a 250 kilogram cow can produce only 200 gram of protein per day. Okay, here you can see a weight of a cow is a 250, and it only can produce a 200 gram of protein. So if you compare with the weight, you can see a protein which is produced is very less. Okay, in the same period, if you take 250 gram, here you can see only gram. Okay, 250 gram of microorganism like a bacteria, it is one example of a bacteria is a Methylophilus methylotrophus. If you take only this organism in 250 gram of microorganism, it will produce same amount of protein which is produced by 250 kilogram cow. Means 200 gram protein they can produce in a single day. You can see here this is only a size of a chamber or a flask in which you can grow this 250 gram of microorganisms. So you do not require much space, much time. Okay, and this is very convenient if you compare with this cow. So because of its high rate of biomass production and a growth can be expected to produce 25 tons of protein. Means as compared to cow, it can produce more amount of protein. Okay. The fact that mushrooms are eaten by many people and large scale mushroom culture is growing industry. Okay, nowadays it is like fashion that consumption of mushroom is day by day increasing. So the fact that mushrooms are eaten up by the people and a large scale mushroom culture is growing industry makes it believable that microbes too would become acceptable as a food. Means we can use microbes like fungi, bacteria, okay, alga as a food. This is your homework for today's lecture, and just you have to write down in your notebook and submit it. And before we finish this lecture, let me summarize all topics by using one animation video. So look at this video.
Plant breeding plays a vital role in meeting the food demand of the increasing world population. While more than 840 million people around the world lack daily meals, it was reported that more than 3 billion people are fighting hidden hunger. Hidden hunger refers to a poor diet or malnutrition, that is, a deficiency of essential micronutrients, proteins and vitamins. As poor people cannot afford fruit and vegetables that are rich in nutrients, they survive on a diet containing staple food crops such as wheat, rice, and maize. However, the level of vitamin A and micronutrients such as iron and zinc is very low in such crops, which makes them vulnerable to deficiency diseases that affect physical and mental health. To overcome this problem and promote public health, initiatives like Bio-Fortification were introduced. Bio-Fortification is selective breeding of crops with higher nutritional value, such as proteins, vitamins, and minerals. For example, Atlas 66, a hybrid variety of wheat rich in protein, was bred with native wheat crops to fortify them. As a result, biofortification results in high-yielding crops fortified with specific nutrients. Another example of a biofortified staple crop is an iron-fortified rice variety that is 5 times richer in iron compared to its native variety. Similarly, maize hybrids containing double the quantity of amino acids compared to the other hybrids was developed. Did you know that the Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi, used biofortification to develop several fortified fruits and vegetables? Examples include vitamin A fortified carrot, spinach, and pumpkin, vitamin C fortified tomatoes, mustard, and bitter gourd, protein fortified beans and garden peas, and iron and calcium fortified spinach. Despite biofortification and several plant breeding techniques to boost food production, the demand for food was ever increasing. The shift to a meat diet further increased the demand for grains, as food grains are also used as animal feed. For example, a cow needs to be fed around 7 to 10 kilograms of corn to get around 1 kilogram of meat from it. For this reason, in addition to biofortified foods, scientists proposed the use of microbes as a food and feed supplement. These single-celled microbes are rich in proteins and are referred to as single-cell proteins or SCP. And so they are cultured to be used as a rich source of protein food. For example, spirulina, a blue-green algae, is cultured for its high protein and mineral content, and it is also a source of vitamins, carbohydrates, and fats. It is used as a food supplement for human beings and as a feed supplement for animals. Moreover, it helps reduce environmental pollution, as it can grow on wastewater from potato processing plants, straw, molasses, animal wastes, and sewage. Another example is Methylophilus methylotrophus, a bacterium that can produce 25 tons of proteins. Nowadays, fungi, such as mushroom, are accepted as edible. Scientists believe that soon, microbes too will be accepted as a food supplement.
In next lecture, we will learn a very interesting topic, and that is tissue culture. So till that, goodbye.